Thank you, Romaine. And, that story that Romaine shared, I didn't know she was going to share that story, but one thing I will say about Romaine, she didn't say that we worked together many years ago in Louisville in the air group together. And so we had a friendship that has extended a very long period of time. And so it's really meaningful to me to have Romaine recognize me and tell that story. But when I did have that tragedy in our life, Romaine, till this day, every time I see her, every time I talk to her, she always asks me, how's your daughter? How's your family? And that's the way she is. And that's what I love about Romaine. So I can't tell you what it means to me. Romaine called me, I don't know, 6 months ago and said, we're going to have this event. I know if you were still here. For those of you that don't know, I retired back in January after 32 wonderful years at UPS. And she said, can you be here October 20th? And I said, yes, we don't leave for our trip until next Monday, so I can be here for sure. And I wouldn't miss it for the world. This is remarkable. This is incredible. I can't believe it's been 10 years. I just want to thank UPS leadership, the organization for honoring this real milestone of the organization. I want to thank all of our friends and partners who are here with us today. We couldn't have done it without you, and we're not going to be able to do it without you in the future. It's significant, the impact that you have had. We all learn from one another. We're going to continue to learn from one another going forward because it is a journey. We talk about this journey that we're on, and it's a collective journey. We're learning all of the time. But, I think the thing that for me, it really feels like this WLD thing was this a bit of a social change at UPS, that it was in some small way a change that allowed our people to come together in ways that they hadn't come together in the past. And it began with women, and now it's spread globally throughout these 9 business resource groups. But it's really opened up the dialogue for all people to come together and have conversations in the workplace that typically they hadn't had in the past, and to impact and grow our business collectively, but also to be authentic in those conversations. And that's what it's really been all about for me over the years. And, throughout the years, the thing that has differentiated our program, I think, from other companies, that as we benchmarked, we learned that we always had the support of our senior leadership, always. And I didn't recognize that early on until I went out and did some benchmarking. But I think what's really different today, standing here now, than it was at the beginning and even 5 years into it, what's different here today is that not only do we have leadership support, but we've got leadership walking the talk. And we've got leadership who is really making this part of our strategic imperatives, part of their speeches. They're being intentional. And I think that we've heard a lot about that today. We've talked about that, and I think that that's going to make all of the difference as we go forward and think about what are we going to do in the next 10 years. Because it's not about one person or one small group of employees. Yes, that's important, but it's really about the leadership that has to take action and make it intentionally part of their actions every day, so that those middle managers, the frontline employees, everywhere you go, you're hearing about it at every point along the way. So, I really want to encourage all of you to continue to support one another. When I look back over 10 years, and, I look at the people that I've had the privilege of getting to know and lift up along the way, that's been the greatest joy for me, really. And I couldn't have done it without people like Randy Menken and Denise Foster and Sue Schmidlkoffer, who have really been by my side, leading the way. It's been a small but mighty team all along the way. Hasn't been a big group of people, but we made it happen, and I want to congratulate really all of us for getting us here today over the last 10 years. It's been a labor of love, and I look forward to the next 10 years, as so many of us have talked about, and thank you for this great honor today. I appreciate it.